Welcome to Coach Coop's studio. What's going on, Canes fans, and welcome to an extra off-season special video. This one has actually been highly requested for many years now. I have a ton of people who message me on Twitter and type comments during streams and leave comments on videos asking me, what kind of setup do I use? What does my studio look like? What kind of equipment do I use? So what I'm going to do is take this video. This is not football related. So before people jump in the comment section and they start telling me they don't want to see any of this stuff, go ahead and click off the video. You're not going to hurt my feelings. It doesn't matter, bro. All right. So this video is to show those people who want to get kind of a behind the scenes look, take a brief look at the equipment that I use, what my setup is, and all that good stuff. Now, I want to give one quick disclaimer. This video is not to boast in any way. That's not the point of this. It's not a flex or anything like that. I would not have this type of setup, this caliber of equipment, if it was not for you guys. This is actually kind of a huge thank you to all of you because you have made this possible. We continue every season to review my setup, and upgrade equipment, bring in new props for skits and things like that. So thank you. This is a huge shout out to all of you guys, the viewers of this channel, and honestly, even the haters, because they help this thing continue to grow as well. So again, this is really for the people who want to see behind the scenes. Maybe you're thinking about getting into YouTube. Maybe you like the way my mic sounds, so you want to know what the make and model of it is, all that good stuff. So without further ado, what we'll go ahead and do is kick this thing off with the wall behind me. I'm going to show you guys some of the decorations I have, explain what they are, why I have them, what they mean to me. Now, my studio is really not that big. I'll actually kind of back up and give you a view here. It's really a pretty small room. I think it's like 150 square feet, maybe 200 square feet if we're really pushing it. But I'll show you guys a little preview of something I have coming up for the college football season. Yeah, there's another camera up actually in the top corner of the room. I'm not going to spoil anything, but that's going to be something that we have coming up. So to the left, we have just a giant piece of soundproof foam that really kind of helps absorb, make sure that the sound doesn't bounce off of the walls, especially since it's a smaller room. Now the carpet helps a lot, but that's actually really nice to have as well. I have a couple of posters here. Of course, I was a big, or still am, a World of Warcraft fan. Lich King was my favorite expansion, so I have that up here. NF is my favorite artist, so I have a little quote from him. We got some more soundproofing up on the door to help us out with that. And then, of course, everyone likes to mention my Christmas tree. I called this thing a Christmas tree one time, guys. One time. I call it when it's not Christmas, it's a palm tree with lights. When December gets here, it's a Christmas tree. So I like it. We leave it for some ambient lighting. And what I do, the point of this, guys, is I tell people in your workspace, if you can, not everybody has this opportunity, but if you can, decorate it with things that mean a lot to you, that bring you joy, that trigger good memories, because I spend a ton of time in here. So I want to like where I'm at. So a lot of these things, these decorations, trigger happy memories for me. And that's kind of the point. It puts me in a good mood when I get to work. So I grew up a big video game fan. I was actually a huge Pokemon fan. So this is artwork from one of the old Pokemon games. It's actually on it's a piece of foam. So it kind of stands off of the wall. It's kind of 3D. And then also Pokemon Silver was big in my life. And I was a huge Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic fan. One of the best RPGs ever made. So we got that up here. And then, of course, some decorations, some Pokemon figurines that my wife built. And then we got some of the Holy Grail graded cards that we have. An unopened Pokemon base set. We got Umbreon, we got the Zards, all that good stuff. I'm not going to completely bore you guys with the Pokemon talk. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it moving. We got Avatar: The Last Airbender. Huge fan of that show. Rick and Morty, love that. I like to skate occasionally. I'm in no way good at it at all, but I love blind boards, man. Love skating blind boards. And I just like the look of Revive boards. They got some really sick boards out there. A big fan favorite, of course, is the U that does plug in and light up. So what I did to give it kind of this floating effect on the wall is I drilled a hole behind it and then ran the wire actually inside the wall along the stud and brought it out so it can plug in. So you'll see when I unplug it. So it gives it kind of a cool little floating effect. And a subscriber made this and sent it to me. He didn't charge me a penny. He didn't ask for anything in return. He did it out of the kindness of his heart. And I'm actually gonna call him out. I'm gonna name him right now. His name is Kerry Bell. Don't hit him up asking for him to make them. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that he does that. But my man Kerry Bell hooked me up with that thing a couple of years ago, and it's been the centerpiece of the back wall. On top of it, some more Pokemon. Your boy Coop is a geek and a dork and not ashamed of it. Got some City of Heroes figurines from an MMO that I used to play. And this actually means a lot to me. This was my favorite toy growing up as a kid. And listen, guys, I get it. I'm 32 years old now. But as a kid, a lot of us played with toys and stuff. And again, this triggers happy memories. That's kind of the point. And that really works well for me to do that. Do it here and get that little figurine in the floor and play with it after streams? No. But when I see it, I mean, maybe I should. But when I see it, it triggers happy memories. We got the Hurricanes custom metal artwork here that we hung up. And then these two helmets are in fact game day helmets. We got the Miami Knights and then the standard one here. These are actual real helmets that you can wear. And this is what they wear on game day. I have the chin strap removed currently just because it's easier to hang it. And then we have these custom helmet holders up on the wall as well. So these bad boys, I love these. These were pretty expensive. I think this one was like $450 and this one was like $250 or something like that. But I love having those things back here. They look really sick. And then a Captain Levi scroll from Attack on Titan. I'm a pretty big anime fan. Just got into anime probably like last year, but really digging it. We got the LED lights that run all along the entire wall. We have a little nifty remote for that we can change the colors, turn up the brightness, all that good stuff. And then we also have a new one, semi-new one up top. We can change the colors of that as well, make it pulse and do all sorts of different things. Another new addition that I have is I finally have AC in my room. So for years I have streamed in it being 80 and 90 plus degrees during my streams, but we finally installed a ductless AC unit. And guys, this has been a game changer. An absolute freaking game changer. It's been so nice to be able to control the temp individually in this room. I love it. So that's really kind of the back wall. That's the decorations and what you guys see during my streams. We also have some really thick curtains on the window here so it blocks out the light. So that way, you know, we don't have anything kind of coming in and interfering with that. We got the flamingo over in the corner. You'll also notice some additional lighting that I have around, and that's just because this room overall is pretty poor, to be honest with you guys. So we've got some extra lighting to shine back on the wall so you can see that. So now to the actual where everything happens. This is where everything goes down. The what do you want to call it? I don't know. The station, right? Whatever. So I have a 5 or 4 monitor setup technically. So these 4 monitors, 1, 2, 3, 4 that you see are connected to the PC, and then this is actually what we watch the football games on. Is we have a 32-inch TV hung up top on this mount that allows it to extend. So when you guys see me bent down, right, I got the mic over here in my face like this. We're kind of squatted down. This is what I'm looking at. I'm seeing the game up on the TV right here, and I'm reading your guys' comments here. And when I'm looking at you guys, right there, I'm looking at the camera. So we got the 4 monitors set up with the TV. The microphone that I'm using is a Shure SM7B. I really like this mic a lot. And then it's on a Rode boom arm that allows full movement for me to move it around. This is an XLR mic. So with that being an XLR mic, I am going to get into stuff. So again, this is for people who maybe want to start YouTube, or, you know, podcasts or all that good stuff. I can't give you the perfect blueprint because it's different for everyone, but this is just what I use in the equipment. So since it's an XLR mic, I actually run this through a Go XLR, And this gives me the ability to adjust volumes on the fly with different things. I don't have it on at the moment, but you get the idea. It's got some knobs that let me do some voice changing stuff. When you guys hear me do the echo with the voice and all that stuff, that's just kind of turning this thing. Some really cool stuff with that. Whenever I stream, I actually use Streamlabs OBS. I use this to go through and do screen capture and other things as well. And then I use an Elgato Stream Deck when I'm swapping scenes. So you'll see I have some cool little buttons. You can program these individually, so I can cue in sound effects and different things right here. And when we transition to different scenes, I just press a button to swap it. So what I'm gonna do is actually press this button right here, and you'll see on the screen, that's when you guys get that nifty little screen transition, that stinger transition, and then it moves over from there. So that's a really cool tool to have if you want to stream or create content online. Of course, we got the binoculars looking for opposing teams' fans as they flee the stadium. We got the microphone. It's a little bit messy right now because we're doing the simulations with the PlayStation. I wasn't gonna clean it up just for this video. I wanted this to be raw so you guys could see it. So we got the PS3 over here running through the capture card and all that. My wire management, guys, is no bueno. Do not copy me. Do as I say, not as I do with my wire management, because it's not very good. We have a light here, a ring light that shines on our face to kind of light that up. And then for my camera, I use a Sony a6400, which is a mirrorless camera. So what I do is the way that we get that real nice crispy image. A lot of people use webcams, and webcams, you know, the resolutions aren't the best, the FPS isn't the best. They've come a long way, but it cannot compete with a mirrorless camera. So what you do is you run continuous power. So instead of going off of a battery, we put in a dummy battery pack into this, which runs down and plugs in and provides continuous power to this so it doesn't die during stream. And then we run this through an Elgato capture card straight into my PC. They sell like cards that actually install in a PCI Express slot, and they sell little USB adapters as well. Both of them work just fine. But this is how you get that nice 1080p 60 FPS. This is actually a 4K camera as well if you wanted to do that. But really freaking nice camera. I love that thing. The one we watch games on is a Samsung. I think it's like a 32-inch. Nothing super special, but it works really well because I end up standing most of the time. You know, I can't keep my cool and sit down through the entire game, so we end up standing a lot, so that works out pretty well. Some more behind the scenes stuff. Typically whenever I film videos, what I will do is make notes just on a notepad here to keep myself on track and on topic, and I will actually tape a piece of the notes to this monitor right here so I can reference it as I'm filming. So I will literally be sitting down right here, mic in front of our face, looking at the camera, and then I will just tear off a piece of the paper of the notes and I will tape it literally right here. And that just ensures that, you know, I still just rant and ramble on, but that ensures that I kind of get through my talking points and stay on topic. A lot of people think that I just turn on the camera and I just start ranting for 10 or 15 minutes and make that a video. I try to do, you know, my research on things. I write down stats and all that good stuff. So that's kind of a little behind the scenes of how we stay on topic, or try to rather. Some of you might have noticed, you know, I said, excuse me, that I like to skate. Whenever I'm bored, you know, I keep a little blind board, a little tech deck right here. How many of you guys remember these? Let me know in the comment section if you remember these things. I do that just kind of to pass the time when we're bored. Again, showed you guys kind of the absolute mess the wires are, and I actually kind of leave them this way because a lot of times I move these around. So it looks super messy, but I know where everything is, so I kind of just leave it that way. We've got some really cool mounts for these monitors that allows us to mount two of them, as you saw, kind of on top of each other. If you guys have any questions about any of this equipment, like, hey Coop, where did you get this? Where'd you get the mic? Yada yada. Leave the question down in the comment section and I will do my best to answer it and get you links for stuff. You can also see we got a nifty little mount for the camera that comes out that's a little arm, and that allows us to adjust it. We can move it up, down, side to side, all that good stuff. I try to keep it clear around the desk as much as possible because, well, as you can see, I got a lot of props and a lot of different things. So for the computer, honestly, nothing too crazy special. But this computer has served me well. If for the tech people, if you want just a brief overview, It has an i9 9900K, so I'm falling a little bit behind in the Intel because I think we're up to what, like 12th or 13th gen, something crazy like that. So an i9 9900K, you can see that massive Noctua cooler on that thing. It's literally as big as my head. 64 gigs of RAM, can't remember the speed. I do know that it's DDR4. An 8 gig RTX 2070 Super. I think it's an EVGA 850 watt gold certified power supply. We got the Elgato capture card in there. And I really think that's about it. Nothing super duper special, but it's hard to get computer parts right now, so we're not able to upgrade it at the moment. I would also, you guys, the closet. This is where we keep all of the props and various different things for videos. Again, oh, hello, Mario. What's up, man? Also, very poorly organized, guys. It's just junk everywhere. But what I do is we have so many different props. We got the prize wheel. We still have stuff from old videos, trophies. We got all kinds of Miami stuff. We got the siren on the cart ready to go. Some other stuff for videos coming up. There's just all sorts of stuff in here. Now that disco ball that you see, what that is actually for is this bad boy up here. So you might have noticed this dangling from the ceiling. I ended up not using this as much as I thought I would, but this plugs in and the disco ball can spin. So my idea was, hey, maybe we'll throw parties after big wins and, hang out. I buy a ton of props that end up not really being anything and not used because, I just have the idea hit me. I go ahead and buy it as a just in case to try to pre-plan for seasons coming up, things that I might think could happen. And a lot of times what I'll do is during my stream, line the props up along the floor. So we're standing up back here, and then I just line them there and just grab them as things happen and as I need it. But I really think that honestly, that's probably about it for the studio tour. Again, it's a fairly small room. It's nothing too crazy, but I'm able to accomplish everything that I need to. And the reason I have all of these things, as I said at the beginning, is because of you guys. And one question that I will, because a ton of people ask me this. They're like, Coop, you're a pretty successful YouTuber. You do this full time. I have 3 YouTube channels and a Twitch channel. And across all of them, I'm able to pay my bills and handle business. So, a lot of people ask me, like, what's the secret? Like, how do I become a YouTuber? How do I start doing this full time? And what I used to always tell people was I would preach consistency. But I've actually started to learn that it's not even so much about consistency. Now, consistency is nice. It gives your viewers, a time that they know when to expect content from you. So they know that you upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or they know that you upload on Saturdays and Sundays and you live stream on Wednesday. So consistency is good. It's not good if you upload a video 1 month, then you take a month break, then you upload 3 videos, then you take a 3-week break. It's hard to maintain viewers when you do that. But what I'm learning that's more important is finding what you can do that separates you from everyone else. Because in today's times, everybody wants to be a YouTuber. Everybody wants to be a Twitch streamer. Everybody wants to do this. So what happens is it's just so saturated. There's nothing new. Everyone's already seen everything. There's somebody out there that's done it. So what you need to do is find something that makes your content different. Something unique that you can bring to the table. And once you find that, take it and run with it, and then just be consistent. That's probably the best piece of advice that I can give. You don't have to have all of this fancy equipment to make your channel be successful. You can go buy a $30 webcam and use the built-in mic, or maybe buy like a Blue Yeti or something, and you can be successful, way more successful than me, as a matter of fact. So you just need to find something that sets you apart from everyone else. If you couldn't sit and watch your videos, what makes you think that anybody else can or would want to? So you have to ask yourself that question. But I'm really excited for this season coming up because I have some new ideas ready to rock that I'm just not going to reveal in this video. But we're always trying to up it, and step it up a notch, take it up another level season after season. Last year, we made it up on ESPN and SEC Network with our Alabama diss track. Whether you saw that as a cool thing or not, it was something that was very successful for the channel. So how can we really top that this season? You're going to have to stick around and find out. Let me know if you guys have any questions about this setup, or if something caught your eye that I maybe didn't mention. You want to know where I bought something, I didn't give specifics on a piece of equipment, or anything like that, please let me know. I know this is not a football related video. I know this is not going to blow up, but so many people have been asking about this, and I feel like it was finally time. My studio's in a place where I'm pretty happy with it overall. I'm still going to tweak some things, always tweaking, always trying to make it better. But I'm pretty happy with it overall, so I felt like it was a good time to kind of share my setup with you guys. So let's see, can we do the outro? Maybe. There we go. Okay. Remember though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I gotta say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.